Welcome to the episode before the final episode. Well, not really episode. This is gonna go directly into the final episode, but what we're gonna do today is what we planned on doing at the start of the game after we get done with it, is reading the Ansem reports, because it brings light to certain things. So, I will be tackling the odd numbers, and Alex will be doing the evens. We've got quite a bit to do, so let's just get right into it.
I'm excited to start reading.
Alright. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with my people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness.
So he's trying to think of his motivation is ultimately that he's trying to find a way to stop the Heartless.
More or less from what it sounds. He's trying to study the darkness as well as stop it.
Yeah, he's highly regarded. He lives in Radiant Garden and he's trying to figure this shit out. Okay.
Yep. And
how's it born?
You can read it. It's your turn.
It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. 1. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. 2. Cultivate darkness in a pure heart. 3. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments cause this test subject's heart to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatment produced no sign of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Sometime later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight, creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? So right off the bat, the ethics of this is becoming very questionable.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had his first fatalities. Because it's not becoming heartless, it's the heart collapsing.
Yeah.
Like just the complete annihilation of the soul. Yep. So, Ansem, not a great guy.
No, not really.
Alright, your turn.
The shadows that crawl beneath the castle, are they the people who lost their hearts or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond my imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I'm sure of is that they're entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there is no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying underground even as I write this report. I still need to name those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless.
So it wouldn't be wrong to assume the Heartless he's referring to are quite simply shadows.
More than likely, the pure blood Heartless.
Because you need a heart. Otherwise you need a heart to cling to. Shadows don't release hearts because they're naturally occurring.
That was weird.
What's that?
I don't know why, but your talking was picking up the game audio, so I was hearing game audio while hearing game audio from your sound. That was weird. Strange.
Yeah, that is weird. The Heartless the Heartless appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I've provided them both living and non-living samples. They responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have intelligence. How to communicate with them? It just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts?
That answers that question from episode 3 or 4.
Which is...
The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves.
Right. Okay. Alright, you're up.
Yep, part 5. To study Heartless behavior, I picked one out for observation. It wiggled its antenna, and as if sensing a threat, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked. I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened?
So that's referencing the giant Heartless logo that appears behind Riku, or that room that you fight Riku in.
Yeah,
right?
It's like the room that you find Riku in, and I'm assuming. And also, we've also had first-hand experience with that meteor shower. It happened when the Heartless seized the door in Destiny Islands.
Yes. So that's when pretty much darkness starts to consume a world.
Yep.
Report number 6. Massive core energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless, maybe the ultimate goal of the Heartless. But what is that energy? I have devised a hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart too, the heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain that was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts not only from all living creatures, but from the planet itself. What do they mean to do with the heart of the world? So, again, they're an all-consuming, naturally occurring thing.
Yeah.
Report number 7.
I am now studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world, is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records I've scoured even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened that door? I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Okay, nope, that what we saw was not what that was referenced to. This was a meteor shower of gummies.
Oh, yeah.
Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place.
That's a depressing realization to come to.
Yeah?
It's like,
But,
I'm trapped here.
But yeah, that meteor shower was the gummies.
Okay.
Or 8.
There is no doubt that the Heartless are deeply connected to people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mysteries surrounding the heart. As a start, I have built a device that artificially creates Heartless, by recreating the conditions that spawn the Heartless naturally. I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine's test run successfully created a Heartless. This may be a step towards creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits. The two types remain distinct for the purpose of the experiment, so I will mark the ones that are created artificially.
I.e. Emblem Heartless.
Ah,
I think.
okay.
I'm assuming.
I don't know if Emblem Heartless are completely artificial. They seem somewhat naturally occurring.
Pure blood. Pure Shadow Heartless come from, spoiler alert, behind the door in the realm of darkness. The Emblem Heartless, I think, are created artificially. Or it's implied that they're created artificially and then spread.
Yeah, he creates, and the device is what we see built around that door. So that thing just spits out emblems, right?
I'm assuming. I'm not sure.
Okay, number 9.
Simply astonishing. Today I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built of the material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seems that my opening the door has opened a path to inner-world travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest, that of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says it brought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I have opened.
So he made contact with Mickey.
That could potentially mean that Triton got contact with Mickey as well.
Yep.
I.e. the Keyblade that causes ruin.
It seems like Mickey's traveling around the worlds and kind of like making contact with the different people and explaining shit to people.
It doesn't explain how the fuck he ended up in the realm of darkness, though.
I would assume that was his natural next step when he realized that the Heartless were a threat.
Yeah, more than likely.
Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of the stars in the night sky. And deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts. Born out of darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The Heartless come from people's hearts and does the darkness. As does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer there and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. Right. So here's a question: Is this Ansem the Wise, or is this Xehanart's Heartless? And specifically, I mean, when this was written by Nomura, was this written to be with the villain of this? Was this meant to be the reports of the villain of this game, or was it meant to be the reports of Diz?
I have no idea.
Because it feels
Like
there,
a combination of both.
Yeah, and then it was repurposed later on to serve Diz.
Yeah.
All right, report number 11.
Opening the door to a world's heart causes its walls to crumble. These fragments are seen as shooting stars. This explains why these gummy blocks can travel freely to other worlds. I know the catalyst of this collapse, the appearance of the Heartless. However, it'll take time to search out the world's doors and to retrieve each heart. Furthermore, the doors can be locked using a Keyblade, making the heart forever unattainable. I must take action before the wielder of this key appears in this world. If the princesses and the Keyblade are connected, they should resonate. I've chosen a girl. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the key bearer. I shall set her free and observe.
Referring to, let's see...
Kairi.
Yes, Kairi, of course.
Because I think that's how she ended up on the Destiny Island.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming.
Yeah. She was placed there later on for observation.
But yeah, I don't know if it's Heartless Ansem or Diz.
It feels like it was originally written to be Heartless Ansem, like in kind of an explanation for the actions of the villain of this game's backstory.
Yeah.
But when rolled around, they repurposed it to have it be Diz's actions, making kind of retroactively making Ansem in this game this weird naturally occurring thing that Xehanort just allows to exist as a distraction.
Yeah, but at the same time, you hear in the report of him going after the hearts of the worlds. I don't think how we know Diz in Kingdom Hearts 2 would be doing that. Even for science, I don't think he'd be trying to stop the Keyblade wielder, which in turn makes it Heartless Ansem.
These wouldn't be Xehanort's. Well, I mean, he mentions that the body is frail, so that would have to be Diz. Because Xehanort's body is not frail. Xehanort's still young at this point, or he's reached adulthood.
Yeah, cast off this frail body. That
sounds like Diz.
Like I said, it could be like a combination of both, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, it's one of the writing issues.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, as of now, this is Diz, but as of the time this game was written, it was Ansem.
Yeah, that would work. Makes sense.
That being said, oh no, never mind. Anyways, we're on 12, right?
Yes.
The body is gone. The heart should have returned to the Heartless, and yet nothing. This one is unlike any other. Its memories remain, and it has yet to take the form of a Heartless. Close eye must be kept on the situation. Much is still unknown. To get to the realm of darkness, one must go through the door of Kingdom Hearts, the place where the world's hearts connect. Beyond this world is a place in which darkness reigns. Details shall be archived in a separate report. There are many worlds in existence, some of which we know nothing about. The world in which we live, the realm of darkness, the realm of light, and the worlds in between. Wherein lies true nirvana? This is just kind of explaining how the worlds work and function.
Yeah. Next
13?
one's fun. Also, the fact that we get this report from that fight is kind of ironic.
With Xehanort?
Uh-huh. Or Xemnas.
Okay. Xemnas.
Where does the body go when it separates from the heart? If the soul remains within the body, is it still considered to be deceased? When the heart returns to the Heartless, the physical form disappears. But that is merely true in this world. Perhaps the body exists in another form, in another world. If that is the case, then it is possible for one to exist in two worlds. a being that is neither darkness nor light, belonging nowhere, abandoned by its heart, a mere shell of its former self. The relation between the heart and body is complex. However, I'm certain that if your self exists here, then by definition, the other cannot truly exist. The other, the one which does not exist, shall be dubbed nobody.
So this is where they introduce the concepts of nobodies, and
Yep.
this is where Xemnas comes in, where
Yes.
he's the shell that separated the body. Oh, this because it's the shell of Ansem. Now here's a question: Xemnas that you fought, is that Xemnas or is that Xehanort?
I'm not sure.
Because
I think it's just unknown. I think that's his name. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. I can look.
I believe it's Xemnas. It makes sense. And at this point, Ansem's running around, so Xemnas has to exist at the same time.
Yes.
And he just came in to observe Sora shortly. I'm not going to read any of the Kingdom Hearts 2 reports for now.
Yep. We'll do that
And-
when we get to 2.
Yeah, let me go ahead and just fucking block this element from the fucking Wikia. I'm real sick of these ads.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, that might end up being its own episode, because that was 16 minutes.
Was that? That was
Yeah.
good. Good run, good run. In conclusion, the Xehanort reports are awesome, if not a bit inconsistently written, and because just it couldn't have possibly come out in such a way that makes sense for the later aspects of the story, you know?
Yeah. Also,
It has
this
that.
report being the last one makes it seem like this one was written by Xemnas.
Yeah, exactly.
So it
feels
feels like a third was written by Diz.
Diz.
The next third was written by Heartless Ansem, and then the last few were written by, or at
Xemnas.
least this last one seems like Xemnas. So
Now
that could also be the case.
So I'm going to go ahead and there's some interesting things in the wiki here. Ansem's report is a series of pages collected throughout Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. The report explores the mythology of the series and focuses largely on the nature of beings, what they become, and the nature of darkness and nothingness. The second report, known as the Secret Ansem's report, also explains the background and plans of specific characters, primarily Xehanort, Namine, and Organization 13. Though both reports were originally thought to be written by Ansem the Wise, he claims in his Secret Ansem report that he is only responsible for Ansem's report number 1, while his apprentice Xehanort stole his identity and wrote Ansem report parts 2 through 13. It is much more clear,
Okay.
though, that Xehanort wrote Ansem's reports part 10 through 13. So that answers our question.
Yes.
Ansem report number 1 is Ansem. The moment where he starts doing the heavy dark shit is Xehanort using Ansem name as a cover.
Yes.
Mysteries have been solved.
Okay, cool.
You're fucking welcome, viewer. I'm kidding. Love you guys. All right, well,
Alright.
that'll be that's that.
Now the question is, do you want this to be its own episode?
Absolutely, right before the
Okay.
finale.
Alright. Now, do you want to
See you
upload the finale on the same... I guess we can talk about that after the...
Yep.
recording's done. Thank you for
I will-
watching. Hope you enjoyed story time with me and Alex.
We will see you next time when we're taking the fight to Ansem.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.